What's up? And we're live, Gigi. What's going on? I knew this was going to be a fun one with you right off the bat.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's going on?
Man, it is fantastic weather here in Cleveland. I was walking around outside with a t-shirt, shorts yesterday. I am not complaining. How about yourself?
So that's the same here. We have a little bit of rain, but you know what? It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
I can't complain. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of rain never hurt anybody. I think that's what happened to us over here too, right?
Yeah. All right. So Nick, let's get to it. So you're coming in town.
Let's do it.
4 days. 4 days of, I don't know, this is never heard. You said this is the first time you're doing it. This is the first time we're doing it.
Yeah.
March 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th of
March.
branding. All right. So and then I'm going to you on a whole bunch of stuff because I'm going to be 55 and a lot of stuff that comes. Hey, yeah, I make 55 look good, man. All right. So a lot of stuff that you do that comes like all naturally to you, millennials. I guess you're a millennial, right?
Right.
To me, it comes. My brain is wired a little bit differently, and it doesn't always come naturally. I just need to do things with a purpose, especially with social media.
Yeah.
So, what can you bring to agents of my age group? Because you remember from National Association of Realtor, average age of Realtor is 57.
Yep.
Nick, what can you do for me?
I love it. You said you were gonna throw me a couple curveballs, so I like it right off the bat.
All right.
So you know this, like there used to be like a saying when you're trying to build something, you have to build it for a second grader to understand it, right?
Right.
Nowadays, that's not the case. Second graders are almost better at technology and learning these things than we are. So now I have to look at things like, how can I build this for somebody who's older than you, older than a lot of people? How can I build this so my 80-year-old grandma can plug into this system? So that's what we really focused on. So one thing that we really looked into was the user experience. And it's crazy. When we started looking into it, everybody's familiar with user-friendly, right? The next step is that user experience. That's what Amazon focused on, Netflix. And we started realizing all these companies were focusing on that. And that's why they're thriving. Why is Uber so good? Because you plug in an address, hit go, and you're good to go, right? That's why it's taking out taxis. It's easier and it's simple to use. So now when we look at our processes, when it comes to video, social media, and all these different places, that's what we tried to model. That's what we did model. We have people reaching out to us saying, thank you so much, because they look at the training library that we have. And it's an exact script. They get everything that they need. So what we really try and do is make it a paint by numbers system that anybody can plug into. And that's what we're going to bring for all you guys.
Okay. I'm glad to hear. And then my other concern is like, I am not Kylie Jenner. I do not sell makeup, and branding to me equates that type of thing. You know, I don't want to. I would want branding when it's not phony.
Right.
Where I still need to mix my personal life, my personal me, because my life is real estate. So sometimes I throw in a little bit of my but it's all real estate related.
Right.
I take him along on those real estate stuff, but this is my life. But I want to make sure like we can keep it where it's not going to damage my reputation. I see a lot of those people branding themselves where it's like, oh man, what are you doing to yourself? Right.
Well, so there's a couple things we could touch on with this subject, and I think you're 100% right. I hate the videos. I never tell somebody to sit in the studio, do this, and say, hi, my name is Nick.
I know.
That's so inauthentic. Yeah. I'll even tell you this. I'll even go a step further. When you have thousands of dollars of camera equipment, all this equipment, and it looks so well done, and you have it edited, and you're doing all these things, paying thousands of dollars, let me ask you this, Gigi. What's the first thing you think of when you see that highly edited, basically like an ad running on a video? What's the first thing you think of?
Fake, like this whole thing is not genuine. It's like they're gonna try to sell me something, and I'm like,
bingo, that's it. What are you trying to sell me, right? Like, because here's the thing. I don't know if I can say back in the day yet, but I'm going to. Back in like the beginning of the video content day. Back in the beginning of the video content day, I specified here. Yeah. What would set you apart would be your camera equipment. Right? Because that's when we had flip phones and things were either pixelated or really nice. Yeah. Nowadays, we shoot every one of our videos from our phones. Why? Because it's that easy. So today and age, It's not the quality of the video, the things you're editing that really sets you apart. What you said is spot on. The authenticity is what sets you apart. And that's why making sure you know what your brand stands for. You know what your pillars of the brand are. So that way, when you shoot your videos, everything is in alignment and your brand makes sense to people. That's when you're able to communicate them and create that audience, right? You don't have to be Kylie Jenner. You don't have to do all these things. We have some specific tips or tricks to make sure you capture the attention of the audience. And that's what we're going to be going over is the tips and tricks that these guys are using without us even knowing it, right? So we're going to go over the tips and tricks. It's not about being the best looking person because I wouldn't have a brand then either, right? So it's about like the different things that we're doing, plugging into a system so that we can all thrive off of this.
Okay. All right. Because my thing was also to, to be able to target, like, okay, I work with some millennials, I work a lot with sellers, but I want to be able to target even this, what is this new generation, the Gen Z, whatever it is called. I want to be able to go cross generations and be able to reach them with that branding. Otherwise, it makes no sense.
Well, let's go ahead. Yeah.
So right. I would want to, because I've been doing this for 25 years. Real estate is a blessing to me. I'm really, really grateful to this business. But I feel like if I want to stay relevant, I have to stay on with with the program.
And you're 100% right. You're 100%
but it has to be done right, and I have to feel comfortable doing it.
Well, and that's what holds most people back. They don't feel like they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. Or maybe you tried it before and it didn't work, right? Like I was shooting videos. I'll tell you what, I was shooting videos for over a year and I got like no results from them. Why? Because I didn't have a goal. There wasn't anything in alignment. And on top of that, one of the biggest things I missed was a simple call to action. So there was a lot of things that I had to learn the hard way, building a brand that makes money. Because at the end of the day, nobody likes shooting videos for fun. Yeah, is it fun when you get used to it? Of course. But we shoot videos and build a brand to monetize off of it, right? So I want people to pass the roadblocks that I had to overcome, that we had to pay thousands of dollars in training and all these different places to do, so that you can just plug into a system, you know exactly what to do, what to say, to sound like an expert, drive them to your call to action, and everything's in that brand alignment. One of the biggest things,
to tell you frankly, for me to see on Instagram like 1,500 pictures of somebody's lunch, frankly, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in your selfie.
Well, here's the thing, though.
It's just like, and I feel like I need to give something to an audience of, something of substance they're gonna want to hear.
Right.
Giving a market update or all this. I'm in my car and I'm like, hi, Facebook. All right.
Here's where we have to start. So I'll give a little tidbit into what we're going to be covering, just to drop a little value for you guys.
Cool. Let's do that.
It always starts with, who am I speaking to? Who is my ideal client profile? Why is it important to post pictures of food? If you're just posting pictures of random food, you're going to lose. But if you know where your ideal client eats, you know where the millennials like to eat, you know where Gen Z likes to eat, all of a sudden you go there and you take those pictures. That's how you're going to start creating an audience.
Okay.
Right? You have to know where they eat. You have to know where they shop. You have to know what they do, because you have to be able to speak to them in their language, right? At the end of the day, if I'm talking about, if I'm going out to clubs and I'm promoting different clubs and I'm trying to target like the senior citizens, I'm going to lose, right? It's just not going to work. We have to know what they think. And the only way to do that is to specifically identify who we are speaking to in our marketing. And that's why it's so important. Like I was going to say before, brand alignment and making sure everything you do is moving in one certain direction is so critical. If you don't, you get buyer confusion. The first they're going to follow you, and then they're going to be like, okay, this isn't my style. You're going to go find somebody else who is. But when you move in alignment, you start creating an audience. If you don't have an audience, you have a crowd of just random people, right? You want an audience of people who are following you because you're creating content for them. The tricky part is, what kind of content do we create? How do we monetize off of this? And that's exactly what we're going to go over at 365brandonlive.com, which is where you get your tickets. 365brandonlive.com.
Register right now. All right. How much time do we have right now?
We have as much time as you want, Gigi. Oh, we have about 2 weeks. I was going to say, we have as much time as you want.
All right. But I'll do another live. We'll probably give an update. I probably will have other questions. I'm going to say, I'm going to out there.
Throw some more curveballs at me. Come on, Gigi, you're taking it easy on me.
If you have any questions in regard to that event, please PM me. I mean, this is going to be great. I can resend you the link. Those who have been to our events probably will have even more. You know, with Vincent, we do like over 100 people events, just like that. You know?
Just like that.
Great. Yeah.
And now we're doing 4 events in 4 days.
All right. Okay. All right. I talk to you, Nick. I talk to you really soon. All right. Ciao.
Yeah, we'll talk soon.